my god, Daredevil's back. Daredevil Born Again is finally here and Marvel is actually back because this was peak. Okay, peak is a bit of an over-exaggeration. It's nowhere near as good as Daredevil Season 1, let alone Season 3, and it's not even as good as Season 2 yet, but it's pretty close. This is my breakdown of Episode 1. My breakdown of Episode 2 is going to be up in literal moments. Spoilers. This is your one and only spoiler warning before I talk about everything that happens in these 2 episodes. Spoilers are incoming now. I can't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I heard the leaks, I heard the rumors, I fought it till the very end. I thought it was just speculation. How are they gonna do this? Franklin, Foggy Nelson of Nelson, Murdoch and Page, the optimistic beating heart of the show, is gone. And this very much confirms for me that the rewrites and the reshoots weren't nearly as extensive as I thought they were going to be. Because the original plan was that Foggy and Karen weren't going to return, and it seems like they brought them back for the first episode, and Karen's probably going to come back at the end of the season. But yeah, that's basically it. But that brings me to my first point, which is that this does not feel like Daredevil Season 4, like at all. This is way different to the Netflix show. Tonally, it's very different. Visually, it's different, as well as their song choices are very different. It feels like a completely different show. And I can't say I loved it. It wasn't bad, but I wasn't hooked like I was from Season 1, Episode 1 of Daredevil. And you can see that in the way this guy moves. He's spinning and flipping and swinging around the city like a red CGI man, and it's so odd. But let me make this clear. Daredevil is my favorite Marvel hero of all time, so I'm well aware of the fact that the guy is an acrobat. He brachiates across New York City like he's Nightwing or Spider-Man. Again and again and again. In fact, it's said that his inner equilibrium is on par with Spider-Man. That's crazy. But it's so disconnected from the version of the character that Charlie Cox gave us that it feels weird, even though it's comic accurate. Anyway, let's get into the episode because Fisk wins. Fisk is now the mayor. Voting for a convicted felon? Who'd be dumb enough to do that? Now, while this show is called Daredevil Born Again as a reference to Frank Miller's incredible Daredevil Born Again graphic novel, it's much more in line with Zdarsky's Devil's Reign. In fact, Born Again was more faithfully adapted in Daredevil Season 3. But either way, the Kingpin now has the city, and Matt Murdock has given up his life as the Devil of Hell's Kitchen after he pushed Bullseye off of a roof because of what he did to Foggy. This first episode wasn't too bad. I gotta say, it took me a while to settle into the new style because it is way different than I thought it would be. It's really not as much of a sequel as I'd hoped for, it's more of a spiritual successor, but that's okay, and I can't wait to see where it goes. Just you guys wait for my breakdown of Episode 2. Let me know what you guys thought.